Why did you start playing WoW? Ooh, I actually started playing WoW because I was coerced by a friend of mine called Camel Toast. We know him as Camel Toast, Stinky Fish Head. And I bought my first ever laptop. It was a Gateway. It was awful, and it had Intel built graphics, and it was really shit. And he said to me, now that you have a PC laptop, are you going to start playing World of Warcraft? And I'd only heard bad things about WoW. WoW, I mean, good things about the game, but bad things about social life. And I quite liked having a social life. So it took a lot of convincing, but eventually I got tricked into getting the 14-day trial. I think you could pick it up for like £1.50 here in the UK at the time. And yeah, sex life was over then. Really easy question to answer. Undead male warlock. It's still my main character today. Yes, it has undergone some race changes and faction changes, sex changes, server changes. Every change that it could go through in the game, it could go through. But it's still the character that I play today. It's still the character I rolled on day one. I think my faction choice was actually made up when I watched the opening cinematic, because I had no idea what class, race, anything, faction I was going to belong to. So I watched the opening cinematic for WoW, and then when it got to the Undead Warlock, I was just like, sold! Absolutely sold. I saw this Warlock just doing his hellfire and annihilating a load of Murlocs, and yeah, that's what sold me. So to be undead, I had to be on the Horde side. So technically it was the opening cinematic. You could say it was the race that I wanted to be determined the faction that I was. Oh, that's a toughie. That's a real toughie. I'm going to say the first time that I ever raided, I was so excited. I got picked up by a raiding guild. I was a complete and utter noob. I had no idea what I was doing. Somebody decided, for whatever reason, God bless them, take me under their wing, take me raiding. And this was quite a decent raiding guild on the server. And so it was Gruul's Lair, as some of my channel will know. And we defeated the first group of ogres. And they dropped the tier shoulders for the warlock. And it flashed up on my screen, need, greed, pass. So I needed. And I won the role, and I was so excited. And then I just realised that every single other person had actually passed. Nobody had explained the loot rules to me for this guild. And so there were a lot of people going, "Oh, ninja's this, the very ninja." And the person who got me into the guild said, "Look, oh, it's my bad, it's my bad. I totally forgot to tell them that about the loot system." And fortunately as well, nobody needed the shoulders. So I ended up on my first ever raid, first ever boss, walking off with tier 4 shoulders. And I thought I'd won the World of Warcraft. I thought it was the best thing in the world ever. My sexy void heart shoulders. Yeah. How am I going to answer that question? Oh, wow. I'm going to say raiding. And this is a little bit of a weird answer, because if you follow my channel, then you'll know that I don't raid anymore. But the reason why I've got to say it's raiding is because although I spent the vast majority of my WoW life in Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, and to be honest with you, the time that I did spend in Cataclysm raiding, I gave it up pretty much after Cata. And even though I haven't raided current content in Mists, even though I have, because I have the achievements to say I have, I still spend a lot of my time in old school raids, you know, especially doing the Raid Boss 101 videos. And when I play WoW with friends, I tend to, it sounds a little bit kind of like Black Van Man. I tend to take them into old school raids, whether it be Firelands, Cataclysm raids, Wrath of Lich King raids, you know, farming gear, farming mounts, farming pets, just trying to have a good time. And I do find that when I do old school raids, if it's on my own or with somebody else, with a couple of people, I really enjoy myself. So it doesn't matter that the raid has to be current content raiding. I suppose raiding will always be my favourite aspect of the game if I analyse it through my lifespan. Oh, I could say it, but I'd have to kill you. Yeah, those places. Luckily for me, this place is instanced, and it's Stratholme. If it was somewhere that was not instanced, I would probably just lie. No, I'm only joking. It's Stratholme. I don't know why I have always been drawn back to that place. Maybe it's the tragic nature, the storyline. I can remember that when it was announced that the culling of Stratholme was going to be the Caverns of Time dungeon in Cataclysm, I was beside myself with joy. Honest to God, you've never seen such a pathetically grown adult act like a baby. I was almost quivering with ladies, quivering with excitement. But I think it was the dungeon. It was one of those dungeons that when I went into it for the first time, I just could not believe what had gone on here. It's really weird because I hadn't done a lot of dungeoneering in World of Warcraft when I was leveling up, and when I did, I think it wasn't the first dungeon that I did, but it was definitely the dungeon which spoke to me the most. And it was huge, and there were multiple stories going on in multiple areas, and I got an epic there, and it was just something crazy, just absolutely something crazy at the time. And so I don't know, when I'm feeling blue, and when I'm feeling reflective or broody or something like that, it also seems to sort of have negative connotations on my mood. Then I'll go over to Stratholme. Not necessarily go inside the instance. Sometimes I'll hover outside, and God, I sound really weird now, just like a complete freak, but whatever. Or just hover around outside, you know, with my black fan with candy on the side. And then I'll just watch the city burn. And then sometimes I'll go down to Caverns of Time, because I will marry these two up. I'll go down to Caverns of Time, and I will go into the culling of Stratholme, and I'll see it beautiful before all the horrible stuff, and I'll walk around inside before activating Arthas. And I haven't done myself any favours with this answer at all, have I? You ain't gonna know my slash played. It scares me to know my slash played, never mind share it with anyone else. And it hasn't been continuous. I joined WoW in March 2007, and I've taken at least 2, potentially 3 extended periods away from the game, or I'd deem extended periods. The longest, I think, was Cataclysm. I left during the first patch. In actual fact, I left pretty soon after hitting 85, and I didn't return until Dragon Soul, the final patch. I think I was gone for over a year. I think I can remember one of my friends saying, wow, it says on my friends list on WoW they haven't logged in for a year. And I legitimately thought I was done with the game. I can't remember what talked me back in to Dragon Soul, but I did, and since then I've been back full time. Admittedly though, and I have said this on numerous occasions, if I wasn't doing my YouTube channel, I wouldn't be subscribed to Mr. Pandaria. I don't think it's good enough to warrant my money to say subscribe to it. But I do find myself plenty of stuff to do outside of Mist's old school raid content, YouTube channel, stuff like that. So yeah, not been continuous. All in all, what, 7 years, 5 months, something along those kind of lines. But yeah, it's good to take time away. It's good. So if you are kind of feeling as if you've had too much, nothing wrong with taking some time off. WoW's a weird breed. When you're playing WoW, you feel as if you can never let it go. And then, when you leave WoW, you feel as if, why was I ever playing it in the first place? It's a very, very odd kettle of fish. So yeah, there you go. No. No. Only if I'm running around in circles not knowing what to do, then I'll read the quest text to see where I'm going wrong. Otherwise, I tend to skip to the final paragraph and just see what the money shot is. What am I killing? What am I collecting? Where am I going? And yeah, if it's important, fucking talk to me. Talk to me! None. No. I'm a gamer. First and foremost, that's what I am. If I wasn't playing World of Warcraft for 7 and a bit years, I would easily be playing other games for 7.5 years. My love of RPGs came way before my love of MMORPGs. So if I wasn't doing WoW, I'd simply be doing something else. There's no two ways about it. So, no. Not a single solitary regret. Je ne regrette rien. And all that jazz. Outside of gaming, I wouldn't say anything. If we're talking about personal lives and relationships and stuff, I've always played WoW with real life friends as opposed to people I've met online. So in that respect, not so much. I have my YouTube channel, of course. Duh. But obviously that's still gaming related. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be so grandiose to say, oh, it's touched my life. Like this or the other. It's a game that I play. And I try and keep it in that sort of perspective. Yeah. Does that make me sound like an asshole? I hope so. So there we go. They're the questions answered. It's all part of this WoW 10th anniversary thing. So I got bullied into this. I'll make no bones about it. I got bullied into this. If you want to do something similar, the link to this all is in the description down below. And if you've enjoyed this Q&A sort of session, there's potential that we could do it again. You just let me know in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed the vid. Please do give it a thumbs up. And also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and twitch.tv/HeelvsBabyface for live Warlords of Draenor beta streaming. And I shall be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.